What's up, YouTubers? I'm Cam Rock, and the thought occurred to me, okay, we do need better safety and security, and right now I'm doing the Peace and Pride Challenge, and that entails a lot of things. Now, basic needs is a big motivation behind the Peace and Pride Challenge. I believe we need basic needs worldwide, but we also need it here in this very country. Every year we got homeless people that freeze to death in the winter. Every summer we got people that die of heat stroke just due to not being in a shelter. Well, shelter, water, food, we know the basics that saves lives. But we have shelter. In fact, we got shelter in America boarded up. We have a failing housing industry due to the fact that we got so many boarded up homes and boarded up apartments. Now in downtown St. Louis, where I reside, we got boarded up skyscrapers and high rises and condos. Now, if people aren't in the buildings and they can't afford to live in the buildings, are we going to let the buildings sit, collect dust and cobwebs? Meanwhile, we got homeless people on the street dying. Okay, so part of the basic needs program means let's get some people in these shelters and let's agree to keep the water running because water saves lives, and let's agree to keep the lights on because in this society we use a lot of energy, but for good reason. Our whole livelihoods depend on energy. Well, okay, what's going to be the necessary factor behind this that's going to really drive it? Well, for one, safety and security. Why are so many single women afraid to go out at night? And rightfully so. And how do we protect the weakest of us, the truly weakest of us, our children? Can they go out at night and play? Well, in St. Louis City, I wouldn't recommend it. Why? Well, the homeless population. That's who we really fear, and that's what's increasing in number. Now, when we see homeless people in the street, especially a homeless male, we see that as a potential aggressor and attacker. And it's true. Most aggressors and attackers are going to come from the homeless male population. But should that be the case? And how do these predators prey on us, the people, the citizens? How do they prey on the weak? Okay, it's obvious when they prey on a child that a child alone is a vulnerable target. Even children in a group, they're still victims because they're the weakest of us. But what about women? And I ask this question because it's a serious one. I want to know, women, do you feel safe going out at night? Do you feel safe alone? Do you feel safe going out at night alone when you dress really sexy or wear skin-tight clothing? This can draw the attention, the wrong attention, of a predator. And so I like to promote education. I want to do that on my new channel. And this is one educational thing I want to promote. When a predator sees you at night, for example, in the city, this is some city survival skills like 101. To avoid being preyed upon without your knowledge. Keep in mind, we have homeless vagrants. It's not just homeless people, but we have predators and we got vagrants. We got people out there waiting to do harm to people. We have people out there that have every intention on waiting on the weak to come by and the right opportunity to pounce and attack. How do they do this? Well, one way they do it is they take note. They're outside in the streets every day. So this is why we can't have homeless people in the streets. This is why shelter is a big part of basic needs. If they're indoors, if they're in a controlled environment like I'm in right now, I'm in a room, I have air conditioning, I have a fan, I have a window. So if it gets too hot, too cold, I can control the environment with the air conditioning, with the fan, or with the window. The EAC unit even has a heating mechanism on it. So if I get too cold in the winter, I can heat myself up. If I'm too hot in the summer, I can cool off. We need that for everyone. That saves lives. Now, being indoors allows me to, be safe in my controlled environment. But what about other people? What about homeless people? We can't continue to fear this population and let them go without and expect them to just do without but still live and survive. That's where your predator population comes from. People that are doing whatever they can to survive. So, if you're an attractive woman and you dress really nice, we've come across this issue recently where there's a little corner store about a block from where we live right now. Most women in this building alone are afraid to even walk to that one block store, even with our security guard. We have 2 guards that circle the block constantly at night, and for good reason. There's an unknown number of homeless people out there, and just people, period. Well, if you got a predator that is stalking people on a day-to-day basis, on a night-to-night basis, and he's paying attention, he sees you going to the store. Maybe you're with a friend, a loved one, a boyfriend. Well, how do they, as we say in the streets, catch you slipping? How do they catch you off guard? Easy. They wait to find you alone at your most vulnerable time. Most attackers will attack from behind and try to sneak up on you. They can jump out from, bushes, behind a dumpster, a trash can, something that can conceal them and hide them really well. So I want to put out the message. Watch out for all of these things. When you come out in the city at night, don't try to dress your best necessarily, especially if you're by yourself. keep in mind predators will take note of that. And if they see you looking good enough for them, including potential rapists, they're going to remember that. And they think, oh, she looks really good. Okay, well, let's say next time you come out and you're not looking as good. You don't have the same dress and the nice top on. Okay, but do they remember that? Keep in mind, yes, they do. And maybe they waiting on the next time to see you alone and so forth, so that they can have their opportunity. So here's what we can do to decrease opportunities. For one, there's always safety in numbers. Two, watch what you wear at night in the city, in areas where the crime rate is really high. And last but not least, just be observant. Be aware of your surroundings. Look around constantly as you walk around. It's good to even have your cell phone out sometimes. Not necessarily if it's a really nice one that people want to steal. You do want to conceal that. But if you're talking to someone, not to the point where it distracts you and you don't hear someone approaching really fast. You still need to be aware of what's going on around you. You still need to be able to look behind you and constantly check to make sure no one's sneaking up on you. All right, so if you learned something from this video, I'm Cam Rock, St. Louis, Missouri 2013. I'm just trying to spread knowledge, some city facts. Like and subscribe, and leave a comment in the box below. If you have better survival tips for the inner city, leave a comment in the comment box below. If you're a woman who feel like you learned something from this ordeal, let me know. Leave a comment in the comment box below. All right, but this is 2013, and I'm trying to promote Yes We Can. And I want to see every nation, every land say yes we can. Say yes we can in the comment box below, and like and subscribe. Thank you.